together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined, just me today. As we have a small card. Last day before they head off to the All-Star break in the NBA. We have 5 games there. We'll be talking about USA and Finland hockey as well. But we have so yeah, not a huge card today, but we'll quickly recap yesterday and then we'll get into today. Take out the Bulls, and yesterday was an awesome day. Still up yesterday, 0.66 units. So can't complain. Any day in the black is a good day. But frustrating to see what was my favorite play in the NBA just not come to fruition. And it happens. Sometimes you just have a wrong read on a game or something along those lines, and it's wrong, and you lose. But Spurs +9 did not get there. They lost by 13. Chicago first half +3.5, half unit on the money line. Full game +6.5, half unit on the money line. And Fulham. They were tied at the end of the first quarter, and then they fell apart in the second quarter, and then proceeded just to not look good the rest of the game. So frustrating there. That was all the losing I did. Houston -6.5. They take care of business against Phoenix, 119-111. Portland +11.5. Got it by the good old hook. They lose by 11. We got the 11.5 winner there. The Jazz +9. How about they win outright? That was a fun one there. As the Utah Jazz take care of business there. And then the Clippers to finish out the night with a nice win and cover as well. So overall, a profitable day. What a game last night that was between Sweden and Canada. That was the only other play that I had yesterday. Was Canada team total over 3.5. And if you follow me on Twitter, we're now sitting with the United States -123 for today, because I took the United States and Canada in a money line parlay at -123 for the Four Nations. I've also moved on the Sweden-Finland game for Saturday. I'm on Sweden -1 already at -112. Moved on that now because I expect the United States to take care of business tonight against Finland, and that line to just go up. I'm expecting after tonight we're going to see Sweden around the -200 range on the money line, and probably the -1 line will be the -120, -125 range. So I got ahead of that, and I took Sweden -1 last night for Saturday. We'll talk about that though on free pick for Friday night. So yeah, there's that. A little bit of news in the MLB. Alex Bregman is a Boston Red Sox, 3 years for $120 million. The Red Sox look kind of nice. I can't wait to talk about Red Sox in the AL East show, which will be sometime next week during the All-Star break. I think we're going to be doing a lot of MLB future shows during the All-Star break for the NBA. So there's that. Nick Pivetta is a Padre. So that was a fun one as well. So a couple moves there in the MLB. But we will head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's card with a fun slate. Supness, what's good, Lex? What's good, Lex? And what's good, Nicholas Handy? Let's get it started. We have 5 games in the NBA. Tread lightly today because we do have these teams heading off to the All-Star break after this. But let's get into it. This line opened up Sacramento -7. It's now Sacramento -8, 8.5 on most books. Line opened up 237. It's down to a 235.5. So we do have a move towards the under in this one here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, as let me switch over to today. There we go. All markets. We have 58% of tickets, 55% tickets, 58% of cash on the Sacramento Kings. The line is moving towards them. We have 80% of tickets and 78% of cash on the over, yet this line's dropping, which is interesting. We have both these teams have been a little bit more of over teams this year. New Orleans looks like a team that's ready for the break. They have lost now 10 in a row. They have not won. They've definitely not been winning. On the flip side, Sacramento, they've won 3 in a row heading into the break. These two teams just played last night in New Orleans. It was a 6-point spread, and it was a winning cover by the Kings. And the line then goes up 2.5 points. I think the Pelicans are a prime example of a team ready for the break. You lose 10 in a row. You're definitely looking forward to a week off, especially when you're 12-42 on the year. I'm glad I didn't end up moving on that over-win total because that would have looked good for the first 4 games, and then they've forgotten how to play basketball since. So not a game I'm particularly interested in. Maybe this is an under. This total has dropped a little bit. And compared to last night, it's 4 points lower than last night's game. So kind of interesting there. And last night's game did go under the total. There was 230 points there. These two teams have played. Now, this will be their 3rd game in 5 days against each other. They played on February the 8th as well. Both those have resulted in Sacramento wins. It would be Sacramento or no bet for me. It would be under or no bet. Not going to force any action in this, though. If the Pelicans won last night, I'd be on the Kings in this spot. But seeing that didn't happen, it'll be a simple pass for me here. And Zion went for 42 yesterday. Yeah, I can see an under in this game. The more and more I look at it, I think the under is the best bet in that game. But we'll move on. The Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. The Rockets 6-point favorites, total 217 in this game. Line opened up. Oh, I clicked the wrong game. This line opened up with the Rockets as 7-point favorites. Immediately went to 6 about 3 minutes later, and then we've basically seen it stay at 6 the entire time. So really, the opening line was a 6, and it's basically stayed a 6. Line opened up 217. It's now at 218. So a slight move towards the over here as well. The Houston Rockets have now won back-to-back games. They beat the Phoenix Suns last night 119-111. They stay at home to play Golden State here. Golden State finishing out a 6-game road trip before the All-Star break. They were in Utah, LA, Chicago, Milwaukee, Dallas, and they'll finish in Houston here. This is the second half of a back-to-back for everybody on the card, so keep that in mind. Golden State coming in off of a loss last night as 7.5-point favorites against Dallas. I think that Golden State, you can put them potentially in that waiting for the All-Star break kind of category here. This is definitely – cash flow. I forgot to go over cash flow. This is Houston or no bet. 76% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the Warriors, and the line's moving towards – and the line's not moved, really. And 87% of tickets, 88% of cash is on the over, and this line had moved slightly towards the over. Kind of want to move on Houston in this game. Houston, a team that is one of the younger teams that's up and coming, and I could see them playing hard all the way through the finish line here for the All-Star break. And I can see Golden State potentially looking ahead. I can get a 5.5 minus 120 over on Bovada. I'm going to move on Houston in this spot. We were on Houston last night. We're going to grab them again tonight. Minus the 5.5, minus 120 over on Bovada. I think that's a good number for them here. I expect them to take care of business. The Warriors, end of a long road trip, ready for the All-Star break. I think this is one where they may punt the second half in this game, and this could be one where the Rockets run away with this game. So I'll lay the 5.5 with Houston in this game, minus 120 over on Bovada. Filing trend from yesterday. Every team that won 2 days ago won yesterday, taking every team that won yesterday to win today. All right. Fair. Let's move on with the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks. The Heat 1-point favorites in this game, total of 221. Line opened up at a 2. It's down to a 1. So we do have a slight move towards Dallas in this game. Line opened up 222. It's down to a 221. So we'll move towards the under here in this game as well, with 61% of tickets, 61% of the cash on the under. That's kind of surprising there. We have 59% of tickets, 59% of cash on the Mavericks on the spread, 65 and 68 on the money line. So the line moving towards Dallas does make sense in this game. They're coming in off of a win last night. The Dallas Mavericks, they beat the Golden State Warriors. Last night, 111 to 107. Miami, they lost 115 to 101 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were, I believe, leading, and then they ran into the fourth quarter Thunder that started the fourth quarter on a 24-0 run, and then end up pushing the 14 for those who got 14 on the game. This is Dallas or no bet for me if I'm getting involved in this game, which I'm not, but I would only look towards the Mavericks in this game, but not a game I particularly have too much interest in. I would rather just focus on hockey tonight with Finland, United States. So, yeah. Mavs money line. Kyrie had a big day yesterday, too. Yeah. He's going to have to now. He's the big guy on that team now. So, yeah. We'll move on. 2 games in the NBA remaining. Not going to be a long show today. That's one thing for sure. But we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, 7.5-point favorites, total 222 in this game. Line opened up 6. It's now 7.5. So we do have a move towards the Oklahoma City Thunder in this game here. Line opened up 222, still a 222. Taking a look at the cash flow, 77% of tickets, 61% of cash on the Thunder. The line is moving towards the Oklahoma City Thunder. 89% of tickets, 84% of cash is on the over in this one as well. Minnesota coming in off of a loss last night. It's a 9-point favorite against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Are they a team looking forward to the break? I don't know if you can really say that, with them playing the best team in basketball the last game before the break. On the flip side, we have the Thunder continuing to come in and dominate everybody they play. They've won 7 in a row. They've covered in. They're 5-1-1 in those 7 games, so they're covering numbers, and they're covering decent numbers. 7.5-point favorites against Sacramento, 17.5 against Milwaukee, 13 against Phoenix, 17.5 against New Orleans. They pushed as 14-point favorites last night. If I'm playing, I'm laying, but I just don't have the interest in laying this many points. The Thunder are a team I do trust to lay points with, so it's not that I don't trust the Thunder. It's just how much motivation are they going to have potentially going into the break? I don't want to lay this type of number on the road with the team that is their last game before the break is a 7-game winning streak. And Minnesota, I don't want to fade them coming in off of a loss as a 9-point favorite. So this will be a stay off spot for me. I think the only play I might have on the card is the Rockets. We'll see, but no play here for me. Fade Timber Cubs. Yeah, that would be the only way I would look in that game is to fade Minnesota. But final game on the NBA card, then we can get into some hockey. We have the LA Clippers taking on the Utah Jazz, 2 teams that made me money last night with backing both these teams. I was on Utah. I was on the Clippers. They both came through for me last night. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's now a 9 for the LA Clippers. So we do have a move towards LA in this game. Line opened up 225.5. It's down to a 225. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 60% of tickets, 74% of cash is on the Clippers in this game. The line is moving towards them. So sharp money coming in on them. The line moving towards them. 96% of tickets, 96% of cash on the over in this one as well. For me in this game, it would be clips or no bet. That would be the way. If I'm playing, I'm laying. But another game where I don't know if I have too much interest. Maybe if you want to get the juice down, I just want to see what one thing is real quick. If you took Clippers with Thunder on a 2-teamer, I just want to see what that would be. In this game, let's just do bet 365. Cool. It would be the Thunder minus 300. No, that's minus 148. You would have to throw the Rockets in there for plus 140. Nope, I'm good. I don't need to take that big of favorites on a 2-teamer. But yeah, Clippers are no bet. Clippers are no bet for me. Hockey, yes, we will get into hockey next. Jazz plus 9. Good luck. All right, Isaacs, let's do this. I moved on this game last night. This line has dramatically moved since I bet this last night. I want to take a look over on DraftKings where this line is moved. Because I think when I looked this morning, I saw minus 140 on the puck line, which is not what I bet last night. Let's get into it. The United States, they're minus 380 favorites in this game, total 6 in this spot. Now, am I a fan of laying puck lines? No. Am I a fan of laying puck lines of this number? No. I got minus 1.5, minus 122 last night on the United States. I've got the United States money line to close out a 2-team parlay between them and Canada last night. So I am invested in the Stars and Stripes tonight. Let's talk about the rosters. Like we have already a few times. Jack Eichel is centering the top line with Matthew Tkachuk and Kyle Connor. Austin Matthews on the second line with Jake Gensel and Jack Hughes. Kind of nice. JT Miller with Brady Tkachuk and Matt Boldy. And then Vincent Trocheck on the fourth line with Brock Nelson and Dylan Larkin. Their blue liners, pretty solid. Zach Werenski's with Charlie McAvoy. Jacob Slavin with Adam Fox. Brock Faber with Noah Hannafin. Their goaltender in between the pipes tonight, Connor Hellebuyck, last year's Vezina Trophy winner. Their top power play unit's kind of nice too. Nowhere near what Canada has, but Austin Matthews, Jake Gensel, Matthew Tkachuk, Jack Eichel, and Adam Fox, you can do a hell of a lot worse. The second power play with Boldy, Connor, Werenski, Hughes, and Tkachuk, Brady there. So a really strong team is this United States team. And this is a Finland team that I'm going to bet against all 3 games. I will just say that now. I've already moved on Sweden -1, -112 against Finland on Saturday. I will be moving on Canada on Saturday as well. My intent with that game is to wait, let the United States look good tonight, because I think the United States wins something along the lines of 4-1, 5-1 tonight. And then we see the United States probably flip the favorites against Canada, and I'll grab them as a dog maybe. Something along those lines, because we're going to see the recency bias and the people come in and bet the United States when they look really solid against Finland tonight. Let's take a look at Finland, though. I like their top 6, and that's about it. Barkov with Rantanen and Lehkonen. Aho with Laine and Hintz. Their third line, Lindell, Granlund, and Lister-Ryan falls off a little bit. Haula with Teravainen and Armia on the fourth line. Not a huge fan. Their blue line is terrible. Mikko Mikkola and Isla Lindell is their top pairing. Not their fault, though. They lost Johnny Hakanpää and they lost Miro Heiskanen before the tournament even started, which leads them a second pairing of Vakanainen and Matson Paulo, who have not played many games in the NHL. Oile Mata and Henri Jokiharju is your third defense pairing. This team's not very good. And good luck with Jokiharju and Mata, or Vakanainen and Manipalo with a line with Brady Tkachuk on the third line, or Brock Nelson, Dylan Larkin, fourth line with Trocheck. Good luck. Good luck defending the Americans' depth with those blue liners. It's not going to happen. And I want to see if they have a future here on the Four Nations. Let's see, futures. Do they have for? Let's see, exact amount of points for Finland. 0 is plus 350. I think they get beat pretty bad. Under 3.5 total points is minus 185. So that's kind of interesting there. Kind of like the United States under 5.5, but I think you'll be able to get a better line with the United States after tonight for the under. Canada is now plus 135. Sweden's plus 550 for the Four Nations Faceoff there. Champions. But I think Finland leaves the tournament without a win. And I'm going to fade them every step of the way. I'm on the United States puck line tonight at minus 122. I'm already on Sweden, -1, -112 against them. And we'll talk about this on Saturday. And then I haven't bet it yet, but I will be on Canada puck line against Finland. It's minus 130. The one thing I want to keep an eye on that I might not bet Canada in that game is if Canada beats the United States and they are locked into a championship game, then I don't know if I'll move on Canada on that spot. So I need to see the results there. If Finland has something, if Finland beats Sweden and Canada beats the United States and Canada has nothing to play for against Finland in that last game, maybe that's when you move on. Maybe that's when you stay off fading Finland. But for me, I'm going to fade Finland every step of the way. I already have for the first 2 games. I want to see the results of the United States-Canada game to see if Canada has anything to play for now that they've already won their first game against Sweden. But for me, I'm on the United States. I got -1.5 at -122. Shop around. I would probably cap it at 130, 135 is the highest I'd go on United States here. And if you don't want to do that, maybe you do something along the lines of United States money line with Finland team total under, and maybe you can stretch that up. I want to see what that would be. United States money line is right at 360 now on DraftKings. Team total goals. Let's see. You can get. Are they not like that? Is they're not combinable. Okay, cool. I can't do United States money line with Finland team total under. But yeah, maybe if you like the United States, maybe throw somebody to get a point with United States money line or something like that. If you just want the money line, I've got money line there as well, -123 parlayed with Canada. So I am on the puck line there with the United States. What did Montembeault do? Montembeault, nothing. Kyle Connor, anytime goal. I actually really like that. He's on the top line. You're getting 2-1, and against a weak Finland team. I don't hate that at all. Monty, yeah. Yo, Isaacs, long time. There you go. Yeah. Finland. Yo. UT Arlington, Binghamton, and Stony Brook. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. Stony Brook, we see some value there in the Sea Wolves at +2.5. Binghamton. Where's the good old Binghamton? Where is Binghamton? Obviously. There we go. See slight value on UMBC if you can get the 3.5 still. And Arlington, it's about right. We have it at a pick'em. So, ISX, you still go on Terry's show. Haven't seen you in a while. Canada team total over 3.5. Hell yeah, McKinnon, goal scorer, first goal scorer. Hell yeah, Canada -1.5. That was annoying there. Yeah. Bucket. I'm adding hockey to my parlay. Yeah. Yeah, I was rocking Canada yesterday. We're rocking the USA today. Canada almost choked. Yeah, it had me worried a little bit. I had the team total over as well. Canada got lucky with that gift of a power play early. I mean, the stick of Nylander went into the face of McKinnon. In that power play for Canada, good luck. There. Got to be the USA here? Yes, I 100% agree. I think the United States wins comfortably 4-1 or something along those lines. USA to win with a shutout 6-1. I don't hate this at all because I was looking at Finland team total under. The only problem is 2.5 is a -175 for Finland team total under. I don't like that. And that means you'd have to take at +165. Yeah, team total under a half is 6-1. I don't hate that whatsoever. Don't hate it. Got a solid in any college basketball games today, asking for a friend. Yeah, let's take a look at what our best. I'll give out the best graded play today. Now the line may have changed because we did this last night, but the best graded play of the day is App State -7.5 against Coastal Carolina. That's the highest graded play. Took a stab on Sweden money line 2-1. Felt great up to OT. It wasn't a bad bet, and I think Sweden is going to be a problem in this tournament. They took the Canadians to overtime. I think the matchup we got last night, I think that's your championship game, and I can't wait to sit back and hopefully watch Sweden and Canada in the championship game. and know I'm going to cash either a 1 unit on plus 150 or a half unit plus 450. So I'm hoping Sweden wins the next 2 games. They take care of business against Finland. They beat the United States. They make it to the championship game, and then anything can happen from there. I would prefer a Sweden win over Canada in the championship. But yeah, that's where I'd be going in there. Matthews over half an assist at even money. 4 nations, most excitement since college football. On FanDuel, they're offering over under 1.5 as a set line, which is interesting. Yeah, on DraftKings, if you want Finland, If you want Finland, you can get under half a goal, it's plus 600, under 1.5 at plus 165, under 2.5 at minus 175. Now, if you wanted to build your own line here in this one, you could take Finland team total under at 2 and kind of build it like you would a -1 line. A team total under 2 would be minus 104 for Finland. And that'll give you the insurance of a push if they score 2 goals. So thoughts on first period over 1.5? I think the better way to do it, if I can find where it would be, that wouldn't be game lines. Team totals. Here we go. Excluding overtime. No, I was trying to find a first period team total over. If you like the first period over 1.5, I would rather play the United States first period team total over 1.5 for a bigger score. That's the way I would play that. Would be a USA first period team total over as well. So that's the way I would approach it, because I'd be more worried about Finland not doing anything in this game. That's what I'm worried about. Team total under first period, yeah. I would look towards Finland for that. If you're born in Finland, does that make you Finnish? That's good. Finland, team total under a half. First period is minus 140. What if you did this every period? Yeah, I could see that. USA, team total over 1.5. First period, I'm assuming that's first period plus 165. That's a lot better than a first period over 1.5. That's the way I would do it. The second and third for them not to score is plus money. There you go. Yeah, I would definitely look in that direction. For that, I could definitely see something along those lines. I'm just going to ride out the puck line and my money line parlay, and that's it. But that is everything for today's show. We will be back to there's no 4 nations tomorrow. I have to talk to Tim. We might do AL East tomorrow. Might. I have to see what Tim's up to tomorrow and figure it out from there. But we'll head back to the chat, and then we will. Was good. I appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, I see there's 26 people watching on Winners and Whiners Twitter's page. I see 19 watching on Tim's. I see 2 people watching on Winners and Whiners YouTube. If you guys want to head over to the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you guys have not already. That would be much appreciated. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place tomorrow for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everyone.